This wasn't a concert, this was real life. Before we begin, make sure you hit subscribe, like this video, and share it with fellow ARMY, because what you're about to hear might be one of the most emotional and human moments we've ever seen from Jin, Jungkook, and JHope of BTS. The global spotlight has always followed BTS, stadiums, chart records, historic performances, but this time, the cameras didn't capture fireworks, choreography, or screaming crowds. Instead, they captured silence. A quiet, deeply personal moment that has now gone viral across the United States and beyond. Jin, Jungkook, and JHope, three of the biggest names in global music, stood not on a stage, but at a gravesite. And for once, there were no scripts, no rehearsals, just raw emotion. TO understand why this moment has shaken fans worldwide, especially in the US where BTS holds massive cultural influence. We need to step back for a second. JHope, known for his bright energy, infectious laughter, and powerful stage presence, has always been seen as the sunshine of BTS. But behind that positivity is a deeply family-oriented person. His bond with his family, especially his grandmother, has been quietly known among fans for years. Recent reports and viral clips began circulating showing JHope visiting his grandmother's grave. But what stunned fans wasn't just the visit, it was who stood beside him. Jin and Jungkook. Not as global superstars, not as performers, but as brothers. Eyewitness accounts and fan discussions describe the scene as intensely emotional. No stage lights, no security chaos. Just Jin, Jungkook, and JHope standing together in a moment of grief and remembrance. For fans in the United States, where celebrity culture often feels distant and curated, this moment felt different. It felt real. Jin, often known for his composure and leadership-like presence in emotional situations, reportedly stayed close to JHope the entire time. Observers say Jin's expression was serious, grounded, like someone carrying not just his own emotions, but trying to hold everyone else together too. Meanwhile, Jungkook, the youngest of the group, appeared visibly shaken. Fans noted how Jungkook stayed slightly behind at first, before stepping closer, almost as if trying to find the right way to support JHope. And then came the moment that changed everything. According to multiple fan interpretations and online discussions that quickly trended across platforms like TikTok, Twitter, X, and YouTube, JHope broke down. Not dramatically, not loudly, but in a way that felt painfully real. Jin immediately reacted, moving closer, offering quiet support. Jungkook followed, and for a brief moment, the three stood together, united not as idols, but as family. This is where the internet exploded, in the United States, where BTS has built one of the strongest international fan bases in music history. Reactions poured in almost instantly. American armies began sharing clips, translations, and emotional reactions. Comments like, "This is why BTS is different," and "They're not just a group, they're a family," flooded social media. Major fan accounts and entertainment commentators highlighted how rare it is to see artists of this level in such a vulnerable setting.
No PR spin.
No official statement. Just a moment that wasn't meant to be a spectacle, but became one because of its authenticity. And yet, what made this even more powerful wasn't just the sadness. It was the quiet strength. Jin, Jungkook, and JHope didn't turn away from the moment. They didn't hide. They stayed. Together, for longtime fans, this wasn't surprising, but it was still overwhelming. Because over the years, BTS has always spoken about their bond. They've said it countless times in interviews, documentaries, and speeches. But moments like this prove it in a way words never could. The emotional weight of this scene also sparked deeper conversations among fans in the US and globally. Many pointed out how this moment reflects something often missing in celebrity culture: genuine connection. In an industry built on image, Jin, Jungkook, and JHope showed something unfiltered. And then came the subtle details that made fans even more emotional. Some fans noticed that Jin appeared to say something quietly to JHope, something no microphone picked up, but enough to spark thousands of interpretations online. Was it comfort? A memory? A promise? No one knows for sure. But whatever it was, JHope's reaction, slight but noticeable, suggested it mattered. Jungkook, on the other hand, seemed to express his support differently. His presence alone, standing there, not leaving, not stepping back, became a symbol for fans. Many described it as silent loyalty. As the moment continued to circulate online, US-based media outlets and K-pop commentators began picking up the story. Headlines started to shift from speculation to reflection. Instead of asking what happened, they began asking, why does this moment matter so much? The answer is simple but powerful, because it reminds people that behind the global phenomenon, behind the sold-out tours and record-breaking albums, Jin, Jungkook, and JHope are still human. They experience loss. They show up for each other. They stay when it matters most. And in a world where everything feels fast, curated, and sometimes disconnected, that kind of authenticity hits differently. But here's where the story reaches its emotional peak. Fans began connecting this moment to past interviews where JHope spoke about family and gratitude. Clips resurfaced. Old quotes gained new meaning. Suddenly, this wasn't just a viral moment. It became part of a larger narrative about who JHope is and who Jin and Jungkook are to him. One viral comment from a US fan summed it up perfectly. They didn't go there as celebrities. They went there as brothers. And that's why it hurts to watch, but also why it means everything. As the conversation continues to grow, one thing is clear. This moment has left a lasting impact. Not because it was dramatic, not because it was public, but because it was real. And maybe that's why people can't stop talking about it. Because in that quiet space, away from the noise of the world, Jin, Jungkook, and JHope showed something that no performance ever could. They showed what it means to be there. So now we turn it to you. What do you think about this emotional moment between Jin, Jungkook, and JHope? Do you see this as one of the most powerful examples of their bond? Or do you think moments like this should have stayed private? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other ARMYs around the world. Because sometimes the most unforgettable BTS moments don't happen on stage. They happen in silence. Purple Heart. But the story doesn't end there, because what happened after that quiet, emotional moment is now creating an even bigger conversation, especially among fans in the United States who are trying to understand just how deep this bond between Jin, Jungkook, and JHope truly goes. Today, as clips and photos continued to circulate, a new wave of reactions began to surface. Not just from fans, but from cultural commentators and entertainment analysts who closely follow BTS's global impact. What stood out to them wasn't only the emotion, but the timing. Jin, Jungkook, and JHope have all been under intense public attention recently. From solo activities to global appearances, their schedules have been packed, their visibility higher than ever. And yet, in the middle of all that, Jin and Jungkook chose to step away from everything to stand beside JHope during one of the most personal moments of his life for many US fans. This detail hit hard, because in Western celebrity culture, it's not always common to see artists publicly, or even semi-publicly, step into such private spaces for one another. Support often happens behind closed doors. But here, even without an official announcement, Jin and Jungkook's presence spoke volumes, and then came another layer that made the moment even more emotional. Fans began analyzing Jin's demeanor more closely. Known as someone who often carries a strong, steady presence within BTS, Jin appeared unusually quiet in the footage, not distant, but deeply focused, as if every movement, every step, was intentional. Some fans described it as Jin going into protector mode. Meanwhile, Jungkook's energy felt different from what fans are used to seeing on stage. There was no playful charisma, no high-energy spark. Instead, there was stillness, a kind of quiet respect. For US viewers who are used to seeing Jungkook dominate arenas with confidence, this contrast was striking and deeply humanizing. And JHope, for someone who has built his identity around positivity and strength, seeing JHope in such a vulnerable moment shifted the narrative. It reminded fans that even the brightest personalities carry unseen weight. And that strength doesn't mean the absence of emotion. It means allowing yourself to feel it. This is where the storytelling around this moment becomes even more powerful, because what fans are witnessing isn't just a sad moment. It's a rare glimpse into what real friendship looks like under pressure, under grief, and under global scrutiny. Some US-based fan communities even started drawing parallels between this moment and BTS's earlier years. Back when they were still rising, still struggling, still building their identity, not just as artists, but as a team. Back then, they often spoke about leaning on each other during difficult times, about being more than coworkers. And now, years later, at the peak of global success, they're still doing exactly that. That consistency is what's hitting fans the hardest, because success changes people. Fame creates distance. But somehow Jin, Jungkook, and JHope seem to have preserved something rare, something real. As discussions grew, some voices also raised an important question, one that's been circulating especially among US audiences. Where do we draw the line between public interest and personal privacy? Because while this moment has touched millions, it also wasn't meant to be a public spectacle. There's a tension there, and fans are aware of it. Some argue that sharing these moments helps humanize artists, breaking down the illusion of perfection that often surrounds celebrities. Others feel that moments like this should be protected, that Jin, Jungkook, and JHope deserve space to grieve without being watched. It's not a simple debate, but what's undeniable is the impact. Even without official confirmation, even without detailed statements, this moment has become one of the most talked about BTS-related discussions in recent days across US platforms. Reaction videos, breakdowns, emotional commentaries, they're everywhere. And interestingly, many of them aren't focused on speculation. They're focused on appreciation. Appreciation for Jin's quiet strength, appreciation for Jungkook's silent support, and deep respect for JHope's vulnerability. That shift from curiosity to respect is rare in viral moments. And it says a lot about how the situation is being perceived. Then, something else happened that caught fans' attention. Older interviews resurfaced where Jin talked about responsibility, not just as the oldest member, but as someone who feels deeply connected to the emotional well-being of the group. Watching this moment now, many fans feel like they're seeing those words in action. Jungkook, too, has often spoken about how much he relies on his members, how they've shaped who he is. Seeing him now, standing quietly beside JHope, fans are interpreting that as his way of giving back that same support. And JHope, his past messages about gratitude, family, and staying grounded suddenly feel heavier. More real, more connected to what fans just witness. It's like everything is linking together. Past, present, emotion, memory, all converging into one moment that no one can quite forget. And maybe that's why this isn't fading like most viral clips do, because it's not just content. It's a reminder that behind every performance, every award, every headline, there are real people, real relationships, real emotions. Jin, Jungkook, and JHope didn't say much in that moment, but they didn't need to, because sometimes presence is louder than words. And now, as this story continues to spread across the US and global audiences, one question keeps coming up again and again. If this is how strong their bond is in moments of grief, what does it say about everything else we've seen from them over the years? Were those smiles on stage always backed by something deeper? Were those performances fueled not just by ambition, but by connection for many fans? The answer feels clearer than ever. So now, we want to hear from you again. After seeing this side of Jin, Jungkook, and JHope, does it change how you view BTS as a group? Does it make their music feel more personal, more meaningful? Or do you think moments like this should stay completely private, away from cameras and social media? Join the conversation in the comments. And if you want more deep, emotional, and real stories about Jin, Jungkook, and JHope, stories that go beyond the stage, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with us. Because with BTS, the most powerful moments aren't always the loudest. Sometimes they're the ones you almost miss.
Purple Heart